Nicely done, and welcome to Week 7 of the Football Friday. I'm Mark Ovenden. He's Zach Bourne.
Our show is brought to you by the Fun Zone at Pizza Ranch on 41st Street. Now we've got some excellent matchups in our highlights tonight, starting with the nightcap at Howard Wood Field.
That is where the top-ranked team in 11 AAA took on a very exciting team from a little further south on Cliff Avenue. The Harrisburg Tigers were at Howard Wood to take on Aaron Beavers and his Lincoln Patriots, ranked number 1 and undefeated. The Tigers' defense looked really good in the first half. That's Lucas Johnson with the interception, lost the ball but got it back. But the Tigers couldn't move it and they had to punt and look out. Boom. That is about as solid a block as you get. Ned Sudback blocked it and he scoops it and he scores. Number 7 does it all by himself. 7 makes it 7-0 now in favor of Lincoln. All right, Bailey Schriever also comes up with a nice play on defense. He picks it off down near the goal line. Lincoln's offense couldn't get much going until 2 minutes to go in the half, and that's when Isaiah Roach finally got him on the board with the offense to Nickel Myers, who he also hit on a long touchdown pass. Great catch by number 5. It's 28-0 now in the fourth. Lincoln on top.
Well, the Rough Riders of Roosevelt hosted Rapid City Stevens in the first game of the day at Howard Wood Field. Pick it up in the first quarter. Normally you don't want to see a Bear on a football field unless it's Jake Bear. 4-yard touchdown run. It's 7-0 Rough Riders. After a defensive stop, Jet Stoon swings a pass out to our reigning athlete of the week, Chase Vinatieri, just like how we planned it. 29 yards untouched for the score. It's 15-0. You know what? That was a little too easy for him. So how about we do another 29-yard touchdown pass? This time he's going to break a tackle right there.
He had
4 touchdown grabs on the day. It was all Roosevelt. They win by a final of 51-29.
Lincoln again leading in the fourth quarter as they try to stay undefeated. Yankton, wow, what a week for the Bucks. 3 wins in 7 days.
2.5 games.
Yikes. Brandon Valley outscored Aberdeen. Brookings over Mitchell. Maxwell with 213 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Mikey Daniel had 5 scores. O'Gorman, McQuinja had an 87-yard run that wasn't even a touchdown as they rolled to an early lead and won handily. Washington wins 56-7. Douglas now 6-1 is with a 21-13 win, and Sturgis over Spearfish 17-14. Well, our feature game was between arch rivals in 11A football, both with state title aspirations. Both started the night with only 1 loss, so there was a lot on the line. Max Jensen recaps West Central at Dell Rapids.
Hey guys, how's it going? Well, Dell Rapids West Central is a game everybody has circled on their calendars in the 11-man ranks. And tonight, the game left no doubt that this rivalry is a great one. Well, they had a special flyover tonight in Dell Rapids. Janish finds Cody Bustle for a big gain through the air. Another big play for the visitors that would lead to yet another short touchdown. This time, Seth Titus, and it's 17-6 West Central. Second half, totally different story. Dell Rapids already cut into the gap. 17-13. Jace Nilsson drops back, passes, finds Austin Broyne for 25 yards, and he fights into the end zone for 6 points. Couriers take the lead 20-17. All Couriers in the third quarter. After a Trojan fumble, Riley Schmidt adds to his impressive night, adding a second touchdown to his resume, rushing from 23 yards out, and the home team goes up 28-17. Schmidt would take the handoff, and he goes the distance, 80 yards to pay dirt, and the Couriers run away from this one, coming from behind, scoring 28 unanswered points at one point to knock off West Central.
Our second half, we felt confident that our kids could get some stuff done, and my hat's off to our kids. I mean, they came out that second half, and they just played like they were unstoppable. They just played great, and hats off to them for not giving up.
The Couriers scored 28 unanswered points and hang on to win 34-25 over West Central. In Dell Rapids, Max Jensen, KDLT Sports.
Now, Madison actually beat both West Central and Dell Rapids before losing last week in the final seconds to Laverne. They would take on Lennox tonight, and they would not lose in the final seconds. That's Mason Hammer with a pick. He takes it all the way for the touchdown. It's 28-8 at this point. Madison with the ball. Mitch Hansen throws it to that same guy, number 5, Mason Hammer. Nice moves here. He goes 29 yards for the score. It's 35-8. Then in the fourth quarter, it's going to be Riley Janke. He's going to walk in for the touchdown from 10 yards. Your final 42-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. Well, the top team in 11B brought a perfect record to Colton tonight, and that's where Paul Heinert brought his camera.
Well, Mark, the Tri-Valley Mustangs have plenty of tradition on their side, but the Parkston Trojans do too, and Brady Reef and his teammates made the trip to play Tri-Valley tonight. First quarter, this is Miles Semler with a TD run getting the scoring started. He had 63 yards and this score on the night. After a Mustang turnover, Wesley Dvorak with the TD pass to Brady Reef. We know what kind of football player he is. Very quickly, 14-0. Just as quickly, Dylan Stadelman. How wide open was that hole? It's 20-0. About the only thing that wasn't working for Parkston was their place kicking. They missed 2 extra points. What was working? Miles Dvorak on the read option. Great fake. He makes a lot of people miss. He's going to score 8 carries, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 2 touchdowns passing. Here's the second one. Just throws it in the end zone. Tip drill. Lane Conrad, right place, right time. Wow. 47-6 is your final.
The Luke Loudenberg show was on display again tonight in Howard against Trip Delmont Armor. It was their homecoming. No team has stopped him yet, but we interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you Jordan Cooley. He'll score the first touchdown on a 34-yard run, and it's 6-0 Tigers. Now we resume the Luke Loudenberg show. He'll go 43 yards on this run, and it's all Tigers. They're winning 14-0, but the best was yet to come from Mr. Loudenberg. Now, he had 2 carries at this point. Here's his third carry. It's going to go for 83 yards.
He stays in bounds.
Yeah, great moves by Luke. He had 3 carries, 125 yards at this point. Yeah, Howard wasn't losing. They win 53-0.
And talk about great matchups. How about this one? Deuel at Hamlin. With these 2 teams coming in with a combined 12-0 record for the season, something had to give. Brody Grantham, 7-yard rushing touchdown. It's 6-0 in favor of the home team. Now Deuel would come back. Cooper Gates, 20-yard touchdown pass to a diving Lance Eide. Great catch. We're tied at 6-6. And the Cards are pumped. But after that, Brody Grantham and Ryder Grantham hook up on this 4th and 17 pass. 3 seconds to go in the half. We're tied. When that same combo hooks up again, Grantham to Grantham, they take the lead at halftime and go on to win big. Your final 32-6.
The number 1 team in 9B started the night with a perfect record as Canistota hosted Mount Vernon Plankinton at the Hawks' Nest. First quarter, it's already 6-0 Hawks. Shea Jolly connects with Drew Siebert on the play fake, and they're very happy in Canistota because that makes it 12-0. But you're not going to want to miss this next play. Yeah. Tate Deinert for Mount Vernon Plankinton hits Devin Rahonic on a cross, and guess what? He's going to go all the way, 75 yards for the touchdown. They would miss the PAT, but it's 12-6. Next time down, Canistota comes right back. It's that Jolly fella again. He's going to hit Carson Hofer. Somebody tell Jeff Rusek that's how you say it. He's been out in Rochester. That makes it 20-6 after 1. It was all Canistota. They win 60-12.
And finally, the Cardinals of Del Rapids St. Mary got back on track last Friday with 58 points. They'd try to outdo that tonight. Now, it was 4th and inches. They brought on the punt team, and I'm like, what? Well, they faked it. Wes Heinrichsey racing for the touchdown, 49 yards, 8-0 in favor of the home team. And next, it's defense that gets them on the board. The bad snap, Dalton Huska is going to recover it in the end zone. It's still loose.
Wow.
Still loose. Number 2 comes up with it. It's 16-0. And finally, the offense scores. It was special teams. It was defense. Then it's Heinrichsey as he races to the corner of the end zone. 24-0, and yes, they outdid last week's 58 points because they had 60 tonight. Avon was a big winner tonight along with Dubrook area. Gregory having a great year. Parkston rolled, Madison rolled. We had those highlights for you. Bonham and Elkton Lake Benton win. Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan, and T both win. Big win for T area with 63 points. WSS and Hot Springs both win. Canton, a lot of points tonight. Hamlin, you saw the highlights of that. Hanson and Howard both win. Howard undefeated. Parker and Vermillion both win tonight, along with Del Rapids in that great second half comeback. Canistota, huge night tonight. Arlington outscores Oldham, Ramona, Rutland. Gayville, Vollen wins big. Loyola Frederick and Sisseton both win, along with DeSmet, Iroquois, and Sioux Valley. It was Webster and Falcon area both winning. Wolsey, Westonton having a great year. Britton Heckler wins big. Tri-State and Chester area win, along with Sully Buttes. McCook Central Montrose, Hitchcock Tulare, Todd County win. Chamberlain and Cologne both win, along with St. Thomas More and Garrettson. Pipestone scores 40 in the second half. Hills, Beaver Creek, McCrae, Marshall all win. Sioux Center, West Lyon, and that's the scores for you. Zach's back with more sports right after this.